Welcome back. Now, the Nigerian Guild of Editors has announced its annual All Nigeria Editors Conference scheduled for November 7th to 9th, 2024 in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital. The conference will be chaired by Prince Nduka Obagbina, chairman of This Day Arise Media Group, and inaugurated by Nigeria's Vice President, Alhaji Kashim Shettima. Bayelsa Governor Doye Diri will host the event with Chief Segun Oshoba and Vanguard founder Sam Amuka as honorees. The conference will address Nigeria's economic challenges under the current administration, which has pursued reforms like removing the petrol subsidy and unifying foreign exchange rates. Although these reforms aim to stabilize the economy, issues like high inflation, limited job creation, and a 40% poverty rate persist, driving many Nigerians to seek opportunities abroad. This year's ANEC will feature discussions from experts across sectors like energy, security, finance, technology, and media to explore viable solutions for Nigeria's economic and media landscape. Now, to discuss further details about the All Nigeria Editors Conference scheduled for Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State, between November 7th to 9th, 2024, we have the General Secretary, Nigerian Guild of Editors, Iyobosa Uwugiaren, for this conversation. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, we know that the Guild of Editors are hosting this or having this conference very soon, and would like to know what the objective of the conference is.
Okay, maybe we should take a look at maybe the genesis of this conference. The conference was initiated by the Nigerian Guild of Editors under the leadership of Baba Dantier, who was then the president of the Guild in 2004. And since then, we've been having this annual conference. And this is the 20th edition of the conference, and we have decided to take it to Yenagoa, the capital of Bayelsa State. Like rightly said, the chairman and editor-in-chief of This Day Arise Media Group, Prince Nduka Obagbina, will chair the conference, and the vice president has been directed by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to declare the conference open. So we're going to have experts from within and outside the country from different sectors who will be looking at the conference. I will be looking at the theme of the conference that focus on the economy. Of course, like you know, the mandate of the media is to help galvanize issues, help, organize debate around issues so that different opinions, can shape the narrative of the present economic situations in the country. We have a little challenge as far as the economy is concerned. And in spite of the effort that is being made by the federal government, the state government, and local government, to change the narrative, some people still believe that there's still room for more conversation. And it is on the basis of that that we have assembled experts to come to Yenagoa as from 7 to 9 to help discuss issues and with the agenda, setting agenda on how we can resolve the issue of economic crisis that we presently have. And apart from the economy, we'll also be looking at the media. Like already known, we have some challenges within the media industry. And we believe that we can find a solution. And it is on the basis of that that we have also assembled media managers to help, discuss the issues and how we can better manage the issues. Because of the economic situation we find ourselves in the country today, the media is operating in a very harsh economic environment, and that has actually affected the capacities and the capability of the media to discharge his constitutional and social responsibilities. So we believe that at that conference, we'll be able to have a near consensus on how we can sustain the media and how the media can continue to play his constitutional and social responsibilities role in this our country. Whether we like it or not, media is the oxygen of democracies, and every government around the world is aware of that, and that is why in advanced democracy, the government out there is helping the media to continue to perform his responsibility, that of galvanizing public opinion, that of enhancing good governance, and holding public officers accountable to Nigeria. And we also believe that in Nigeria, the government also has a responsibility to help sustain the media so that it can continue to play its role.
Indeed, Mr. Uwugiaren, I'm glad you mentioned the word shaping, public narratives, as it were, and of course, debate issues. But looking at hindsight, since the inception of the Nigeria Guild of Editors, how has it had any impact, or if any rather, on policy formulation decisions by governments over time? This will be the 20th edition, as you rightly put, but over time, what has been the impact of your group, on government's decision regarding the citizenry?
Yes, of course, as you know, the Nigerian Guild of Editors was formed in 1961 by the then Lateef Jakon, the former governor of Lagos State. But the annual conference started in 2024. And of course, we are not government, so we don't initiate policy, we don't initiate program. It is the responsibility of the government on a daily basis to initiate program and implement program, But it is the responsibilities of the media to hold government to account over his policies and program. And we can say, apart from the Nigerian Guild of Editors, the media generally has been performing that role robustly. Of course, you are aware of the role the media played during the colonial era. You're also aware of the role the media played during the military era. At a point when every sectors was intimidated, the media stood out. And at the end of the day, they were able to persuade the military to go back to the barracks. And but that was at a very huge expense. So many journalists were detained, so many journalists were jailed. As a matter of fact, so many journalists were killed. So the media continue to hold government officials to account. We continue to mobilize public to be part of the good governance. Of course, you also know the role the media played during the election campaign and helping to provide credible information for the citizens to take a decision. And apart from that, helping to generate quality informations, data for the citizens to take decisions on issues that affect them on a daily basis. And we'll be doing that. I'm not saying that there are no challenges. There are challenges. And part of the challenges is the government who are not comfortable with the role the media is playing. And on a daily basis, some media get arrested, some get persecuted, some get prosecuted, some detained, some killed. Yesterday was November 2nd, the global day for us to draw government around the world attention to the threat against the media and journalists. We believe that the federal government, the state government, the state agent and non-state actors, all have a responsibility to create the enabling environment for journalists to continue to play his role. But I am saying that on a large scale, I think the media has done well in discharging his constitutional responsibilities and social responsibilities to the society. As a matter of fact, we are not political parties. We are not agents of government. What we do is to continue to, hold government accountable, help inform the public about what the government is doing right and what the government is doing wrong. And at the end of the day, we also take the feedback from the people to the government. So on the basis of that, I want to commend the media for that role. And
all right.
I'm saying that there's still room for improvement. There are challenges, but those challenges are being addressed.
All right, Mr. Uwugiaren, on Tuesday, your team visited the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, and of course, one of the points that the Vice President raised was that there was a need for partnership between the media and the government. I'd like to know what you make of that statement.
Yes, I agree. Of course, the different role played by the government and by the media. And there's no way government and the media would not have issues because of the different role we play. But that is not to say that we don't have a common ground. We have a common ground. The common ground we have is promoting good governance, is promoting democracy, is providing the need for the citizens and, providing security and for the country and helping to, make sure that the people, the electorates are well taken care of. If that is the agenda of the government, of course, the media will be a strong partner along that line. But if a government that is not listening to the people, a government that is not discharging his constitutional responsibility to the citizens, of course, the media would disagree with that government of the day. But on the long run, I think if the purpose of the government is the well-being and security of the people, there is no way the media would not cooperate with that government, to perform their functions. Yes, to a very large extent, the media and the government, we are partner in progress. But when the government is not doing the right thing, the media has a responsibility to whip the government to the line and ensure that the right thing is done and ensure that the purpose of governance is the well-being and security of the people. And that is what the government should do, and that is what the media will support. So if the government of the day is focusing on that, providing for the well-being of the people, the security, employment, job, promoting governance, defending human rights, and promoting freedom of the expressions and freedom of speech, obviously the media will cooperate and partner with the government along that line.
Indeed, and we wish you all the best in your conference in Bayelsa. We've been speaking with Iyobosa Uwugiaren, General Secretary, Nigeria Guild of Editors. Thank you for your time.